Good evening, this is Love in Colors. Wow, it's not even 8 o'clock and I'm home because I feel a bit of a cold coming on, and I've got a show this Saturday, the 29th, at Chiba ZX. It's a live house near Chiba Station. Place where I've played twice before. Anyways, came home because I feel a bit of a cold coming on, and don't know if I've made a video about this before, but I think I'll make a little video about all of the disk drives I have around my home. Let's see, to start with, I've got this PC here, which is off right now because it makes noise. And it has at least 3 physical hard drives inside. There's the original C drive, there's another drive that I had installed when I purchased the thing, and I have partitioned up, so I have one partition on that separate disk for a temp folder, and other partitions for other miscellaneous stuff. Oh yes, and the original C drive stopped booting up on its own readily. I mean, it got to the point where it was booting. It would boot 1 out of every 10 tries, and the other 9 tries, the PC would say that it couldn't find a disk drive to boot from, so I bought another disk drive, another hard drive, and I copied the old C drive to the new C drive, and I've still got the old drive in there just with the cable switched around. So that's what's inside the PC. On top here, I have a little RAID 1 box. That black box right there. Now, RAID 1, what that means is that there's 2 hard drives inside, and one has a copy of everything that's on the other. So if one dies, you still have your data. You're sort of spending twice the money that you normally would because you have 2 hard drives, but it's a lot cheaper than losing data. Let's see, what do I have on that? What do I have on that now? I have pretty much my, I guess what you would say, your home directory in Unix language, or your documents and whatever's folder and Windows. Most of that stuff, miscellaneous stuff, is on that guy here. So even if the PC dies, I still have my stuff in there. Let's see, now, what do I have back here? Ah yeah, I have 2 bigger black boxes back here. Let's go first to the big box that's far away. This big box here, oh, well, they're both pretty big, but this box here is connected via Ethernet. Gigabit Ethernet. They're both made by Buffalo, and I cannot for the life of me remember the model, especially since they're both the same physical size. But anyways, this guy with the Gigabit Ethernet I bought a few years ago, thinking I could keep all of my video on it. And it certainly holds all of my video and all of my photos and everything else very handily. But when you try to edit video over Ethernet, over IP, over Windows networking, it's very slow. I mean, it's okay when you're moving individual large files. Ethernet, Windows networking is fine for that. But for editing, when you have to do lots of reads and writes very quickly, it's very slow and very cumbersome and doesn't work very well. That Gigabit Ethernet right there is a few times faster in pure speed than the USB 2 connection on this box here. But this USB 2 connection, this box here, which is connected via USB, is better for editing than this big bad boy right here. So since I was running out of space where I could keep video to edit, what I was doing is I was keeping all video for editing inside the PC, and then as soon as I was done with it, I was moving it over the network to that guy over there, and that was kind of cumbersome and wasteful. So I bought a USB 3.0 USB 3.0 version, pretty much, of that guy over there. I think it's about twice the space, or thereabouts. One drawback, this is about 8 terabytes, by the way. Windows XP, this PC is about 4 or 5 years old now. Windows XP can only handle volumes of up to 2 terabytes in size. So this guy is actually split up into 4 partitions inside. That's pretty much the same as saying that, as far as the PC can tell, there's 4 hard drives in there. What else was, oh yes, RAID 1. That means there's 2 hard drives, one with a copy of the other. These 2 boxes are pretty much the same internally in terms of how they keep hard drives backed up. They're both RAID 5, which means they have, well, a number of physical hard drives inside, and the data is chopped up and scrambled so that if any one, well, how do I phrase this? Let's say you've got 4 hard drives, and you have the equivalent space of 3 and that extra disk's worth of space is used to replicate stuff back and forth, so that if you lose any one drive, you still have all your data. So you have 4 drives, equivalent space of 3 hard drives, but if any one of those disk drive dies, you still have your data. That's RAID 5. RAID 6 is where you have even yet still another drive, so you can lose 2 drives and still have all your data. So if one drive dies, you don't have to worry about another drive dying before you replace the one that died. But that's a little bit rich for my blood, and I don't know if anyone makes home boxes that have RAID 6. But anyways, this box here, they're both RAID 5 on the inside. This one here is USB 3.0. And I've got that connected through a USB 3.0 cable to the back of my PC here, to an expansion, a 3.0 expansion board. USB 3.0 expansion board I bought a few months ago, because when I bought this PC, Windows 3.0 didn't exist. Not Windows 3.0, USB 3.0 didn't exist yet. So, and that's what I've got connected to the computer right now. Now, as you can see, I've gone a little crazy with the amount of redundancy I've got in my drives here. I've got RAID 1, which is a copy of, well, which is just one copy of your stuff in case one drive dies, you're still okay. RAID 5 is a little bit more efficient in terms of space. You only lose 1 disks out of, well, you only lose 1/4 of the space that you would have otherwise with 4 separate disks. And I'm going to my spare room here. Yes! And this is my collection of hard drives from old PCs. And what this thing here, this is a USB 2.0 enclosure, so I can take any hard drive, pretty much any hard drive out of my PC, and put it in here and connect it via USB 2.0 to my PC. And it feels like there's something in there, but I don't remember. I don't remember the last time I used that thing, so I can't say for sure what's in there. Huh. We'll have to check into that sometime. But I've got a small pile of hard drives up here. Only 3. Huh, that's funny. I thought there was more. But anyways, let's see. Some of these are okay, and some of these are not okay. This doesn't have any special markings on it, so that means it's not dead. Let's see. What about this guy? Yeah. Oh, no, wait. New C? When is that? Heisei Junana? How many years ago is that? Goodness gracious. Okay, I have no recollection of what's on this thing, but I don't have an X mark on it, so I think it's still viable. This guy here, this has to be the one, old external. You see, a little while ago, I know, that's strange, I thought I had my dead disk drives up here. Okay, this one's heavy, maybe there's stuff in here, Jesus Christ. That's heavy. You know you have too much stuff when you don't even remember what you have. Ah, yeah, there's a shitload of hard drives. Holy shit. Yeah, these are the... Oh, yeah. This is the one I was remembering. Dead Sea. Dead Sea Scrolls. Ha, ha, ha. Wow, look at the white balance on that. That's all blue and shit. Damn, alright. Anyways, how big is this? How many? 100 gigs. Which is about the 10th of the size of hard drives nowadays. That, oh yeah. Kyuju, Denki. That's, oh yeah. Heisei Juyonen. That's about 9 years ago. That's a hard drive I bought from a DIY shop, a PC shop at Tsukumo. That used to be north of the station. It's where the big 3-story Muji is now. That's 5 hard drives in there. Holy shit. IDE. How big is that? 80 gigs. Lovely. But anyways, that one, there's a few drives I have in here. I have 5 hard drives in this box, but at least a few of them have X's on them because they've died at some point or another. And on one of those discs that has an X on it is mail and files from like 15 years ago. Like all the mail that I've accumulated ever since I've arrived in Japan is on one of those hard drives. And I haven't thrown them away just because they've died. Because one of these days I'm going to fix the white balance on this camera. Jesus Christ, it's all blue. But anyways, one of these days when I get rich and super famous, I'm going to pay a shitload of money to get data recovered off of those drives. So I guess you could say they're like time capsules of memories. Maybe there's even photos on there too. Maybe I've got the scans of my ass from when I interned at Intel in the 90s. But anyways, so that's my disk drives. This has been 11 Colors, and thank you for watching.